Africa for being there always for the Sahrawis. So, as you have heard, the human rights situation in Western Sahara continues to deteriorate under Morocco occupation, with systematic violation targeting Sahrawi activists, journalists, human rights defenders, but also an increase of reprisal targeting human rights defenders and their families. This violation reflects a deliberate strategy to suppress our identity, dismantle our civil resistance, and to consolidate illegal occupation or the Moroccan illegal occupation. Thus, we recommend to the United Nations to redouble its effort to ensure that the right to self-determination of the people of Western Sahara is exercised. And in the absence of the independence and the credible mechanism to ensure full respect for human rights in Western Sahara, and for the UN Secretary General to give space in his report to the situation or to the violation of international law, international humanitarian law, and the human rights situation in Western Sahara, to the special representative of the Secretary General on sexual violence in conflict, to investigate and denounce the aggression and the sexual violence suffered by the protected population in Western Sahara, particularly women. Also to the UN General Assembly to assume its legal and political responsibility to accelerate the decolonization of Western Sahara. To the Special Committee on the situation with regard to the implementation of the declaration on the granting of independence to colonial countries and people, to urgently send a visit to Western Sahara, and to the UN General Assembly on the current, to update the UN General Assembly on the situation of the Sahrawi people. Also for the MINURSO, as part of its ceasefire monitoring mandate, must protect the civilians, Sahrawi civilians in the areas close to the developments of hostility. Also, the MINURSO must urgently take control of the buffer zone south of Western Sahara and ensure that it remains demilitarized. For the Office of the Human Rights Commissioner for Human Rights to implement the commitment made at the World Humanitarian Summit in Istanbul 2016 regarding the situation in Western Sahara. Also for the High Commissioner should immediately send an observer mission to Western Sahara and to the UN Human Rights Council to comply with the request made by its General Assembly in the resolution entitled the Universal Realization of the Right of the People to Self-Determination, and to pay particular attention to the violation of human rights, especially to the right of self-determination resulting from foreign military intervention, aggression, or occupation. In particular, it should consider the creation of mandates of special rapporteur on the situation of occupied Western Sahara in order to effectively protect the rights of particularly vulnerable or protect the population groups such as women, children, and adolescents. To the African Union and its member states to respect and implement the objectives and principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act in relation to the illegal military occupation of the Sahrawi Arabic Democratic Republic, and also to implement the decision adopted by the Peace and Security Council regarding the illegal military occupation of the Sahrawi Arabic Democratic Republic. Also to prevent the opening of illegal consultors or other diplomatic and economic representation in the illegal occupied Sahrawi Arabic Democratic, and also to the European Union and its member states to apply the principle of non-recognition and non-assistance to unlawful international acts in the case of illegal military occupation of non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara by the Kingdom of Morocco, and also to avoid any acts of support for the illegal exploitation and plundering of the natural resources of Western Sahara over which the Sahrawi people exercise permanent sovereignty. Also to implement Council Regulation 1999 of the 7th of December 2020 concerning restrictive measures against serious violation of human rights and abuse in its relation with the Kingdom of Morocco and related to the illegal military occupation of non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara. Ensure the EU public funding to institutions such as the Moroccan National Mechanism for the Prevention of Torture is conditioned on its actual implementation and monitor its results. The International Committee of the Red Cross and the high contracting parties to the Geneva Convention 1949. We demand and we trust that they must be allowed to visit and assist protected person in accordance with the relevant provisions of the 4th Geneva Convention 1949. All high contracting parties to the 4th Geneva Convention of 1949 shall comply with the imperative obligation enshrined in Article 1 and ensure respect of the Convention in Western Sahara. To France and the United States, immediately suspend all deliveries to the Kingdom of Morocco of military equipment and the armaments that may be used in the illegal the illegal occupation of Western Sahara, and including the MINURSO mandate a chapter on human rights as well as a chapter on the rule of law. And for Spain, and the government of Spain must once and for all recognize its responsibility in the decolonization of non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara and must participate effectively in the search for a political solution that puts an end to the illegal military occupation of Western Sahara. With this, we end our recommendation, and we hope that our voices might be heard, and we hope that for the next session, or at least for the next couple of years, we will be living in a free Western Sahara. No systematic repression, no colonization, no illegal occupation, and for the people of Western Sahara to live in free, dignified Western Sahara.